Andrew Wong is out to change his world.
If I start running today, then I'm going to be running for the rest of my life. And I'm sick of feeling scared, and I'm sick of feeling ashamed. And this is like a challenge for me, to be able to feel comfortable around a naked girl.
For most of Andrew's life, sex has been taboo.
My name's Andrew Wong. I'm 40 years old, and I'm still a virgin.
On Australia's Gold Coast, Andrew is trying to face his fears.
I'm inside the strip bar, and I'm just feeling really nervous. It's just nothing I've ever seen before. It's nothing I've ever experienced. I'm not thinking straight. I don't know if I can go through with this. Being a virgin at 40 years of age, I guess I feel a little bit like I'm a failure. Because at age 40, I was expecting that by now I would have had a happy family life that revolved around my wife and my children. You get so many rejections that you lose your confidence in your ability to talk to women, and then you sort of like just crawl into a hole. I just hate rejection.
Now in middle age, Andrew is facing a crisis of loneliness.
Sometimes I feel suicidal in the sense that, like, gee, if I just walked onto a road and accidentally got hit by a car, all my troubles would be over.
It's not unusual for men to feel depressed at a situation like this. Andrew has set himself some life goals, and he hasn't actually met those. And so, during self-reflection, he's gone to a dark place. The research actually shows that, yes, suicide rates are higher in single men.
Most men will have some kind of sexual interaction or develop a sexual relationship in adolescence or early adulthood, and this is the typical pattern. So there's not a lot of 40-year-old virgins out there.
For the 40-year-old virgin, it's not just about how he feels about himself. It's also about how others view him.
How might men view a man like Andrew, who is still a virgin in his 40s? I think with a mixture of wonder and pity. You know, what often happens, and we've seen this in the movies, is the initial response is one of disbelief.
When it comes to sex, Andrew's been drifting for too long. He feels it's now or never.
I am really tired of being negative, and I'm really tired of always putting myself down. I'm definitely hoping that I can change all of this.
Now he's turned 40, Andrew Wong is keen to act. He's seeking professional help from sex therapist Christina Spacavento.
Today, I'd like to ask you to tell me what you were taught to believe in regards to going to strip clubs and looking at women.
I was brought up in a traditional Chinese family. I was brought up in a very strict, conservative Christian background, so I had certain things that I was taught to do at all times.
Okay.
And by going to a strip bar, it went against everything that I was taught to believe. My parents came from a very, very small Chinese village, and they encouraged me to practice abstinence, whereby I shouldn't have sex until I'm legally married.
Andrew works at his uncle's Chinese restaurant.
The main problem for Andrew is the father and mother, you know, the expectations too much, you know. But as I said to Andrew, Andrew, you just have to go and do your own thing, you know. If you find a girl you like, well, go for it.
Religion was also a factor.
At the age of around 22, I joined the Mormon Church. To maintain virginity was a huge virtue, so I had absolutely no shame whatsoever that I was a virgin. In fact, me and most of my church friends were quite proud of the fact that we were virgins, that we were pure.
Andrew has since left the church, but its impact still lingers.
The problem is because shame and guilt has always been used as a tool to control me. Although it's been 5 years, again, that I've left the church, it hasn't left me.
Okay. There's men that come into my clinic and they are virgins, you know, in their mid-30s, 40s and upwards, and this can happen for a series of reasons. The point is that they're not going to go out and advertise this, and so we don't really hear about it. And these men can also experience a lot of shame, guilt and embarrassment. And so what's important is that we actually work with them in helping them to have the appropriate social experiences so that they can actually lose their virginity and have a relationship.
Christina's plan is to prepare Andrew for a speed dating event at the weekend.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm here for an appointment.
Hi, come on down. I'll be doing a patient.
So she's come up with a series of tasks to better his chances of developing a sexual relationship.
I've never actually done anything with it except combed it.
Yeah.
Andrew must also work on his low self-esteem.
Better and better. I love myself wholly and unconditionally. When you've spent so many years putting yourself down, it's a bit hard just to say a couple of words to yourself in the mirror and actually overnight suddenly you're a changed, positive person. But, you know, I'm working on it.
The weekend has arrived.
Happy speed dating.
Could tonight be Andrew's lucky night?
Nice to meet you, Tegan. Why is a very beautiful, intelligent, articulate woman like yourself still single?
A woman doesn't want to be told that she's beautiful and she's amazing from a person who's met them for 2 seconds. It just seems fake. Yeah.
If a guy like me were to take you on a date, would you accept?
He was a little bit full on, yeah. He'd sort of already decided what we were doing for our third date. And he decided what we're doing for our second date.
Unfortunately, at the end of the night, there's no happy ending for Andrew.
There's going to be a lot of girls which will probably say, no, they're not interested in going on a date with Andrew. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. I think that when I finally find the right person and lose my virginity, it's going to be like a major change in my life. The fact that I can enter into a relationship and have sex with a person and enjoy it will be, a new chapter in my life. It will be a burden that I no longer have to carry with me.